Ashley Wilke, vegan fitness coach and content creator. Welcome to Talking Plant Protein.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm so excited to be here.
You're vegan and been vegan for quite some time. And how did you start building an online vegan community?
Oh man, you know what? I think it was just really just not giving a bleep and knowing that like this is what I'm passionate about and what I'm going to stand for and kind of take it or leave it. And people kind of just really reciprocated to that well. And I think appreciated that I was coming from a different angle. I think a lot of, especially a couple of years ago, a lot of the big vegan influencers were coming at it from more of the PETA type angle, which is more in your face, maybe a little bit more graphic. And I think my approach has always been to shed more of a positive light and to shed an impact in just a positive, just like showing animals in sanctuaries and showing like amazing food. And I think that there's both ways work, but I think for me and for my audience, just sharing that positive side of things has really helped.
Amazing. And Ashley, since you've transitioned to become vegan, how has your creative strategy changed and how has the process of creating content evolved for you?
Sure. So I've actually been vegan for about 7 years. So to be honest, I think when I really started growing as a content creator, I was already vegan. But definitely in terms of creating content and collaborations and working with different brands, the biggest thing for me is obviously making sure the brand is vegan and that they're cruelty free so that they're not testing on animals. Because obviously, I think it's so important for me to stay true to my values and to really only support and share brands that are, on the same wavelength and the same page as me.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and you touched on this a little bit, but you have to be approached by a lot of plant-based and vegan companies. So is there a process that you have, say a protein powder company is coming at you and another one, what's your process with actually, okay, I want to work with these individuals?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the credibility of the company is going to come into play, but in terms of like if they're vegan and if they're cruelty free, there's two things that come to mind. The first one is a lot of brands will, I think, just throw at me, oh yeah, we're vegan, we're plant-based. And then I look at the ingredients and I'm like, actually, no, you have gelatin in your pill, so you're not. So it's really just being aware because I don't think necessarily some of these companies are trying to dupe me, but they just don't know. Like maybe they have one vegan friendly products, so they're assuming their whole range of products are. So it's really just me kind of doing my due diligence. And then secondly, just really kind of talking to them and seeing what their values are. Obviously, companies that are going to give back to charity and are involved in the vegan or animal rights community, that's going to be obviously where my heart is naturally going to draw to. So that would be the companies that I would work with most.
Amazing. And Ashley, we know you're also a fitness coach. And I know in the fitness world, there's a lot of pushbacks against athletes that are vegan. So how has that affected you? And how do you kind of incorporate that into your fitness career?
Yeah, this is a great question. I honestly feel like being in the fitness space has made me just want to work out even more just to kind of prove and be that voice for the animals that I can do this without any animal products. And I think especially being a fitness coach, obviously people are probably like, yeah, maybe you're have a vegan plan, but what are you still doing to get that protein? So there's still this huge disassociation, but I am totally like 100% practice what you preach. And I think that people, especially nowadays, are kind of warming up to the idea. I think it's going to take some time, but there's, I think, so many products now and so many just amazing companies that are vegan. So I think we're working in that direction where people are opening their minds a little bit more.
Well, it's nice when you're staying true to you. It really shows that you have a large following and engaged following as well. And speaking of that, if somebody wants to become a vegan content creator, what advice would you have for them?
Oh gosh. I mean, I would say, as with any content creator, find your niche. So whether it's makeup or fitness or fashion, find whatever you feel like resides with you best. And then again, just do your research, do your due diligence, make sure that you're connecting with brands and only promoting products that obviously are vegan friendly, that aren't tested on animals. There's this huge kind of disconnect, I think, between animal testing and veganism. So a lot of people assume that just because a brand isn't tested on animals, they may assume that it's also vegan, but that's not true. So especially from an ethical side, you really want to make sure that your brand, or I'm sorry, the brands you're promoting are not only not tested on animals, but also vegan as well. So just don't be afraid to ask. And yeah, I mean, I've gotten a lot of heated conversations with brands who are, you know, kind of giving me the runaround. But if that's what's important to you, knowing that, you know, the product that you're promoting is vegan, then don't be afraid to ask. And if a brand that maybe you had your heart set on, that you wanted to work with or create content for, you realize it isn't quite the right fit, you know, that's totally fine. There's 100 other amazing companies out there, especially small brands, small businesses that are 100% vegan. So I think really tapping into that is great.
Yeah, that's great advice. And your yes will never be powerful unless you learn to say no. And Ashley, thank you for coming on Talking Plant Protein.
Thank you guys so much.